Brantingham has information on the future of transportation in Murfreesboro, and a new building at Middle Tennessee State University is set to open in 2025.
3 women have recently been arrested for allegedly participating in a ghost bagging ring, and an officer is injured after a car crash resulting in 2 deaths. All those stories plus your local weather and sports. Middle Tennessee News starts right now. Good evening, I'm Alexandra Aguilar.
And I'm Elise Sandlin. Welcome to Middle Tennessee News.
Metro Nashville Police Department is investigating an overnight shooting at an apartment complex that left 2 girls injured. The shooting was reported just after 11:30 p.m. on Saturday at Skyline Village Apartments. 2 female cousins, ages 7 and 9, were inside an apartment bedroom when gunshots came through the window in what authorities are calling an apparent targeted shooting. Officials said a 16-year-old boy who sleeps in that bedroom left the apartment before detectives arrived at the scene. Both girls sustained critical injuries but are currently recovering at Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt. No suspects are in custody, and additional details have not been released about this ongoing investigation.
Authorities are continuing to investigate after a crash outside the police precinct in East Nashville. The crash involves 2 vehicles, a Ford Mustang with 2 males inside, and a Toyota Tacoma pickup truck driven by an officer leaving the precinct. Surveillance videos showed the Mustang traveling at a high rate of speed before the crash occurred. Authorities reported that the officer pulled out of the parking lot and struck the Mustang on the passenger side. The driver of the Mustang, identified as 29-year-old Joel Skelton, died at the scene. His passenger, identified as 22-year-old Patrick McGee, was taken to TriStar Skyline Medical Center, where he also died. The off-duty officer sustained non-critical injuries in the crash. An investigation into the deadly crash remains ongoing.
A shootout occurred at a shopping center last Friday, and police are still looking for the shooters. A Smyrna couple were selling a firearm to the suspects that they met online. A seller stood outside of the vehicle and was shot at by the purchaser of the firearm. The seller fired back while the 3 suspects took off. The SUV was able to be tracked down because police were able to catch the license plate and track the car back to Nashville. Officials of Mount Juliet sent a statement Saturday saying that people need to be careful with all online marketplace transactions when meeting in person. Criminals will often bait a person into meeting up with them with the motive of robbing them.
A shooting at a Franklin hotel Saturday night left 2 people injured, and police have apprehended the suspect. An active shooter call brought the Franklin Police Department to Marriott Cool Springs Hotel in Franklin Saturday night. Officers immediately aided the 2 victims, who were taken to medical center for their injuries. The suspect, 29-year-old Cody Wiggins of Florida, fled the scene after the shooting. He was apprehended in a nearby neighborhood later. It's been confirmed that the 2 victims were Wiggins' wife and brother-in-law, who were all in town for a wedding. The extent of the victims' injuries remains unknown as of now.
Investigators have arrested 3 women for allegedly participating in what police are calling a ghost bagging ring. Southwest Airlines caught officers stating they had a bag arrive at Nashville International Airport, but no one flew with it. Inside the bag, they found brand new Lululemon clothes, a receipt, a forged driver's license, and a credit card. 3 women arrived at B&A to pick up the bag. When searching the car, police found $20,000 worth of gift cards, $9,000 worth of receipts and merchandise, and 10 credit cards. Police believe that the women were buying clothes using a stolen credit card information, then returned them to different stores in order to get cash or store credit. Toriel Griggs, age 30, was charged with theft of property, criminal simulation, and credit card fraud. It is unknown at this time the charges the other women face.
MTN reporter Bailey Brantingham explored the local bus hub and future Murfreesboro transit facility. Let's take a look.
On October 27th, city officials and transportation administrators broke ground on a new $17.1 million transit center. The Murfreesboro Transit Center, located on New Salem Highway and Bridge Avenue, will feature a passenger pavilion, a maintenance building, and an administration building.
we suffered like all the transit systems in the country from the COVID pandemic. We lost a lot of ridership, and we're still struggling to gain that back. Eventually we'll get there, and but providing, you know, additional services and better amenities are the kind of things that might make it more attractive to people.
You know, if they need a ride, you want to make sure they're going to be safely taken care of, and they'll be, you know, be able to get there and back, you know, in a sensible amount of time, and safety. You know, that's a priority to me, you know, safety. And, you know, I don't know if I can make it comfort from every pothole, but, you know, that's what it means to me.
The Transportation Department hopes the new site will help better facilitate local transportation and make the transit system more accessible. In Murfreesboro, Bailey Brantingham, Middle Tennessee News.
Thanks, Bailey. Although the project just started, the city hopes the facility will be open to the public in April of 2025.
And now Preston Todd joins us with our first look at the weather. Preston, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Elise. Smithville has our lowest high of the day with a high of 67. Woodbury's high is 68 degrees. Shelbyville, Manchester, and McMinnville all share a high of 69 degrees. And our highest of the day is 70 degrees in Mount Juliet. For our humidities, Mount Juliet has our lowest humidity sitting at 29%. Woodbury, Manchester, McMinnville, and Smithville all sit at 32%. Murfreesboro 33%, and Shelbyville has our highest humidity of 34%. Elise, back to you.
Thanks, Preston. And still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, Middle Tennessee State University is partnering with a new manufacturing company. And MTN reporter Anna Kasserin brings us an inside look on a local dog training course. That's coming up next on Middle Tennessee News.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Black truck. Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Middle Tennessee News. People usually see dog shows on TV, but there might be some closer to you than your dog could do.
It's like taking your four-footed child to the playground. It's just a lot of fun, or should be, for the dog and the handler.
The Murfreesboro Obedience Training Club hosted an agility trial at Middle Tennessee State University Livestock Center. Only a few events are hosted like this a year.
And it is a sport that does require training. You can't just jump in and start doing without any foundation. So you need to find a good instructor that will help you put a good foundation on your dog so that they are safe.
There is agility, flyball, obedience, and disc dog. All events are recognized by the American Kennel Club or the Founder Club of dog breed shows. Dog agility is a course set to 14 to 20 obstacles. Dogs and handlers run under a time limit. The fastest time with no faults wins.
It looked like it would be a fun training challenge, and then it would be fun to run, so I figured I would try it out. Doing agility for 11 years, something like that.
The best part about an agility trial is any dog can participate, as long as you follow the strict protocols for you and your dog, and follow the host club's guidelines. Dogs, like people, need both mental and physical stimulation, and competitions like agility help both dogs and owners stay active.
Dog is running at the master level, so she's working on trying to get her championship, because you need a certain number of points, so you get points when you run faster than the standard course time. So the faster your dog, the faster you get points. So we actually have all the points that we need, but you also need to get what are called double Qs, which means you have a qualifying run on the standard course and a qualifying run on the jumpers course on the same day. And
Local training clubs like Murfreesboro Obedience Training Club are a good choice for dog owners who want to join a community of dog lovers and people wanting to invest a lifetime of skills into their four-legged friends.
Thanks, Anna. Dogs deserve some fun too. They all look so happy.
Barrett Firearms Manufacturing Company and MTSU started a partnership that enables Barrett employees tuition benefits. The partners share a love for the Murfreesboro area and decided to make things official at the signing, which took place in Christiana, Tennessee. Under the agreement, employees are able to take any classes at a substantial discount. Barrett is also encouraging people to take MTSU's Applied Leadership Program offered by the university. The partnership was designed to empower and advance careers. Both the MTSU president and the vice president of sales and marketing, Joel Miller, were present for the signing, which you can find on the university's website.
MTN reporter Christina Long looks into the undergoing construction for the new Applied Engineering building.
At Middle Tennessee State University, construction began over the summer on a new Applied Engineering building. The new facility is another highlight for the nationally recognized engineering technology.
We had just initiated a new mechatronics engineering program. And this was in around 2013 and to 2015. And we saw just tremendous growth in that undergraduate program. We had probably close to 350 majors within about a 5-year period. So with our existing engineering technology undergraduate programs, we were reaching points where we needed additional
dedicated
space.
to all the engineering programs. There will be an entire ground floor that will have maker space.
Enrolled that can go into it when not graduate early and not have access to it, because the new building is going to have newer resources rather than older materials and resources that we have here. In terms of like the
new equipment that they are getting
it will cost $74.8 million when it's all said and done. We'll have brand new labs that we don't even currently have right now in the new building.
They will leave the Davidson.
a shorter walking time to class and also quicker access to a library.
Thanks, Christiana. MTSU plans to replace the old engineering building with the new Applied Engineering building coming 2025.
The Tennessee Department of Health grants university professors to hold a meeting to encourage mental health in communities of color. Professor Chandra Story and Assistant Professor Carmelita L. Dodson teamed up in an effort to help those affected by COVID-19. Black communities were hit harder with COVID-19 due to chronic disease and living conditions. Professor Chandra Story, chair of the Department of Health and Human Performance, and Assistant Professor Carmelita Dodson, Bachelor of Social Work Coordinator, co-authored a grant with Assistant Professor Donna Dopwell, Direct or Social Work at Tennessee State University, to build capacity for mental health among communities of color in the wake of COVID-19. The grant will cover meetings in the town halls of Murfreesboro and Davidson County. The meeting in Murfreesboro will take place from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. tomorrow at the Fountains in Suite 4D located on Medical Center Parkway.
And now Preston Todd joins us with weathers tonight. Preston, what do we have to look forward to tonight?
Thanks, Elise. For our lows today, McMinnville and Smithville share a low of 36 degrees. Manchester sits at a low of 37. Shelbyville's low is 38 degrees. And Murfreesboro, Woodbury, Mount Juliet all share a low of 39 degrees. And as for our currents, Murfreesboro and Smithville have a current of 64 degrees. Shelbyville, Woodbury, and Mount Juliet share a current of 65. And our highest current of the day goes to McMinnville and Manchester with a current of 66 degrees. Guys, back to you. And our moon phase, be sure to check out our moon phase right after our newscast tonight at 4:39 p.m. And the moon phase will be a new moon.
Thanks, Preston. When we get back from break, Preston will be back with our full 5-day forecast, and Dylan Simmons will be in the MTN Sports Den with a look into what the week holds for sports. See you after the break.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Middle Tennessee News. Here's Preston Todd with our full 5-day forecast. Preston, what's our week looking like?
Well, Elise, for our today, our high is 69 degrees with a low of 39 degrees, partly cloudy. Tuesday, our highs will be 68 degrees with a low of 46 degrees, mostly cloudy. And as for Wednesday, our high will be 66 and our low will be 47 with partly cloudy skies. Thursday will not be much different with a high of 70 and a low of 56 with partly cloudy skies as well. And wrapping up our week, Friday will have a high of 65 degrees with a low of 40 degrees with a 51% chance of rain. Elise, back to you.
Thanks, Preston. When we get back, Dylan Simmons will join us in the MTN Sports Den with our weekend sports update. Stick around.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Or maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome back to the place for all things Blue Raiders, the MTN Sports Den. We have a lot of autumn action to get to, so let's not waste any time. First up, we have football destroying FIU like a kid to a Lego tower.
Adiato, he goes to Metcalf on the near side, and Adiato, Metcalf didn't go down. Metcalf stayed on his feet. Touch. First and 10. Jenkins the throw, running out of time, and the ball is loose, and it's picked up by Richard Kinley. Lowers his shoulder, diving.
As he dazzled spectators.
Second and 2, Vadiato looking back shoulder for Holden Willis. Stops on a dime. Touchdown. Middle brings pressure, and that ball is loose again. Another low snap.
The final tally was awe-inspiring as the Raiders finished with statistics that would make Albert
Phillip for joining us as that ball is loose in the end zone. Jenkins is going to have to fall on it.
Vadiato threw for 275 yards and 4 touchdowns, and the Raiders
it's second and 10.
Dominant fashion by a score.
Going to throw over the middle.
Head coach Rick Stocks for real
touchdown. Jeremy Tate.
And he had this to say of the Raiders' best performance of the year.
Congratulations to our team. Really proud of them and how hard they worked this week and the mental approach to this game.
Men's basketball had a wild game against Stephen F. Austin on Thursday night. It was a game as memorable as a first kiss or a last dance. This is the kind of game that requires a special spotlight, and I am thrilled to give you a first-hand look at this overtime orchestra. It was certainly a party inside the Glass House Thursday night. However, would the Raiders clean out the competition? As Middle Tennessee tipped off against Stephen F. Austin, there was no doubt about the theme of this game. This matchup would be determined by nothing short of sheer physicality. It was both good and bad for the Raiders, who were boosted by points from the charity stripe, but were also, well, trampled on. After struggling in the first half, the Raiders found their mojo in the second stanza, with more consistency than the sun rising in the east. Jared Coleman-Jones, Justin Porter, and Elias King put on dynamite scoring performances that proved that you need a telescope to see the stars they have become. Middle also used their new tool, the free throw, to cut into the Stephen F. Austin lead. At the end of regulation, one last shot from Porter rimmed just out, meaning that this game would be headed to overtime. In OT, Stephen F. Austin flexed their muscles early, but Middle remained calm and collected by staying the course. When all was said and done, a combined 27 points from Elias King and Jacob Johnson, as well as complete play from the rest of the Middle roster, made the difference in a 67-62 victory. After the game, head coach Nick McDevitt took stock of just how good their opponent was.
The way Stephen F. Austin guards you, they're going to kind of run you out of your stuff. They're not going to let you run your normal offense. You can kind of take most of your playbook and get rid of it for that game. And so you just got to be able to handle pressure and be able to pass and catch the ball.
In Murfreesboro, Dylan Simmons, MTN Sports.
Unfortunately, the Raiders did lose preseason All-American Cameron Weston to a torn ACL during the game, and he will not see the court for the rest of the season. Middle will now have to band together in order to emerge stronger than ever. That's all the electric action I have for today. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Dylan. And wrapping up our show tonight is World Kindness Day. This holiday has been recognized every November 13th since 1998. World Kindness Day began to promote kindness across the world. The day was inspired by the World Kindness Movement.
The World Kindness Movement brought hope to unify people everywhere and raise awareness of the importance of kindness. Kindness also promotes many health benefits, including lowering stress levels. To show acts of kindness today, you can hold the door open for someone, give an extra compliment to a loved one, or in the spirit of Thanksgiving, you could donate an hour of your day to a local soup kitchen. Well, that's all we have for you today. Thank you for joining us on Middle Tennessee News. If you missed this or any show, you can watch them on our website, middletennesseenews.net. I'm Alexandra Aguilar, joined by Elise Sandlin, Dylan Simmons, and Preston Todd.
Make sure to follow us on all of our social media sites on Facebook /Middle Tennessee News or at Middle Tennessee News on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Make sure to tune in Wednesday, November 15th for our last show this semester. See you Wednesday.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the
Oh,
waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just a little moment. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.